Hello everyone, welcome to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today I am going to be doing a reading on the beautiful, as I like to start off my videos, Demi Lovato. So recently she came out with a message about her being sober, and I want to go ahead and pull on her past about when she overdosed. I have already done a video on this, but I deleted it. It was a really good video, guys. But I deleted it because it was very personal, and I just would feel bad if Demi came across this video and, you know, I exposing her overdose. Like, that's nothing to play with. That's nothing. I didn't joke about it or anything crazy like that. But I was kind of unsure if I should release do a video on her in the first place because it's a very sensitive topic for her. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and we'll see what comes out of it, and I hope you guys enjoy it, okay? So that won't be the only thing that this video is about. It's gonna be about her energy, her personality, what's in store for her, and her path on Disney Channel, all of that. We're gonna pull on that. So let's go ahead and get started. As I always say in the beginning, if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, I'm available for personal readings now. You can DM me at elegantflapper92. So try my DM first, or you can email me at shadestarot@yahoo.com. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and start off with Demi's overdose. I want to go ahead and see what the energy was like around that when that happened. So yeah, let's go ahead and see, because she just released a message about her sobriety, and she's, you know, she's not feeling too great about, you know, her overdosing. So let's go ahead and look into that. And before I get started, I forgot to say this. Demi is a sun in Leo. Her moon is in Taurus. Her Mercury is in Leo. Her Venus is in Virgo. Her Mars is in Gemini. And her rising is in Leo. Okay. So what was around Demi when she overdosed? Ooh, got my cards. A lot of chaos, that's for sure. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of chaos. Not good. It's a very dark topic, guys. Sorry. So, Demi, when she had overdosed, she actually blacked out, as we know. She was actually, she was in a room. She was in a room, and I'm hearing Oxycontin is the drug that she had been using. She had mixed a couple of things, but so they're not really sure the tabloids. But I'm hearing she was on Oxycontin. She was on Oxy. So, and that's mainly Demi Lovato's drug of choice, is she likes to do Oxy. I'm not familiar with drugs like that. So guys, if I get this wrong completely on what the Oxy does, I don't know. So don't come for me, okay? But I'm hearing the way it affects Demi, it's different for everyone. But the way that it affects Demi is it shoots up to her head, like, cause she smokes it, and she just like blacks out, like, and a lot of times she doesn't remember a lot of what happens, and it knocks her out for like hours, like, and she doesn't remember a lot. And actually, as I was thinking and feeling and visualizing, I can see her, I get visions, so I can see her in a room, and her room was kind of bare, surprisingly. Like, she has a nice room, but where she was, there was a certain, she doesn't like the smell. She doesn't like the smell of the Oxy when she smokes it. So I'm not seeing her in her room. She actually had this room in her house where it was a guest room, but it was really like, it was supposed to be a guest room actually, but she never got around to like decorating it, so it's really bare. Like, I'm seeing a bare room with a bed and it's not painted. The wall isn't painted. It's just really bare. And she goes in that room, and that's the room where she like smokes in. She smokes in that room. She does her drugs in that room. More so Oxy, because she doesn't like the smell. She doesn't like the smell. She doesn't want it contaminating her room, the smell. Because she, you know, she has a lot of her moments in that bed in her bedroom, so it's like, yeah. But anyway, I was saying that, you know, when she smokes the Oxy or takes it into her lungs or whatever, it's it actually like gives her a really fast high, and she like gets really dizzy, and I keep feeling dizzy. So that's what I'm feeling for her is when she does this, and it helps her to forget for a moment because she just goes whoa, it's kind of like that whoa feeling, and she'll do it and it will knock her out, and she doesn't remember a lot of what happened. um I'm feeling she mainly does this when she's feeling very sad, like very depressed, very lonely, or when, her love life isn't going right. She puts a lot of value in her love life. Like, she puts a lot of her worth in her love life. Also, when she has to seclude herself, when people are constantly telling Demi, like, this person is negative for you, and she'll try to get on that path of recovery, but the path of recovery for Demi is very lonely, guys. It's very lonely for her because most of her childhood has been in the music industry. Most of her path in the music industry has been around toxic fucking people. Like, she doesn't have a lot of friends. Even though we see her out with people, those are very toxic people, and those are people that she wasn't supposed to be hanging out with because they would influence her to do things like drugs, or they would make her feel dumb or stupid, or I shouldn't say stupid or dumb, but they would make her feel like, oh my god, you're being dramatic, like it's just cocaine, it's just oxy, like it's not a big deal. And she's like, okay, she'll try to stay sober. This is what happens with Demi when she stays sober. It starts with her starting to feel very lonely. She gets very lonely. um her love life starts kind of like, it's like a whole cycle that she goes into. And she's actually, before she overdosed, she was using before the overdose happened. But she had just been lucky or blessed or whatever. She had been blessed that she hadn't been caught up yet. But that one night, it was one night where she had done way too much oxy, and she had just like, whatever the tabloids said that she used, she might have mixed something else too, but more so I felt oxy, and I hear oxy. Like, that is, I might get some people in the comments saying, actually Demi does this, actually Demi does that. Well, yeah, Demi could possibly do other drugs too, which I do feel like she does, or has, excuse me. But because she's someone that loves to experiment. Like, once Demi gets in her party mode and she's comfortable with those people that she gets around, oh yeah, guys, go ahead and drop those comments of her drug of choice. She will experiment. Demi is very open-minded like that. She will experiment with different types of drugs, or different types of, like, she'll mix things, and she's that type of person. And I'm not saying this, guys, to like judge her or anything. We've all had moments of darkness. I mean, I haven't done drugs, but we've all had moments of things that we've done that we're ashamed of. You know what I mean? Like, she's ashamed of it. She's ashamed of the type of person she turns into, because who she turns into is completely different. Like, she does have that Mars and Gemini. So like, I'm feeling too intuitively that when she goes out, or when she gets angry, there's a flip side of Demi that people are afraid of. Like, they get scared of her because she'll flip like so fast on them. And like, she tries to not like deal a lot with confrontation. She tries to like stay out of like drama and fights. But her Leo rising is just like, fight, confrontation, attention, Leo sun. And she has that Mercury in Leo too, so her mouth does get her in trouble a lot. But with that Mars and Gemini, man, she's got that dark side. Like, she's got that dark energy about her that a dark Gemini has. Where it's like, it's not quite like Scorpio, but it's like, it's kind of close. But it's more like recreational dark. Like, okay, like, she flips. Like, it's like you don't even know who she is because she'll just like flip. So yeah, but it's really scary to party with Demi because she just flips, and she gets more so when Demi is intoxicated. Like, she gets like angry. She gets very angry. So let's see what else. King of Cups. Yeah, her father's coming out. A lot of her issues that have to do with her using as well. In my old video, I touched on this, is her dad. A lot of this stems from her dad not being there for her, not being the type of father that she wishes that he was. She has heavy daddy issues. We already know that. She has heavy dad issues. Um, and also what I was saying in my old video, and I'm hearing it come through again, is Demi actually, she was on the verge to passing. Like, she was gonna die, guys. You guys don't understand how serious this overdose she had was. Like, I was saying in my old video, it was a practice video, but I was saying that Demi almost died. Like, she was on the path to dying. Like, she was seeing the light, okay? Like, she was seeing the light. And then I was saying that her father actually came through and he blocked the light, and he was like, what are you fucking doing? Like, he interrupted her, like, going towards the light because she had seen him. But what caught Demi is that she had never, her dad he was a user too. Her dad was an alcoholic and he did drugs as well. So she, growing up, she didn't see her dad sober a lot of times. And thank God she has that stepfather now, because he really cares and loves her. But her father does love her, but he would let his addictions win over him, and he was just very unfaithful in that way. He also, I'm hearing too, I didn't hear this before, but he would like go in and out of the house. He would cheat a lot. He just wasn't very stable. He wasn't a very stable dad, and he would have emotional outbursts, but through anger. Like, he was very angry. He was a very angry man. And I looked up his zodiac sign. He's actually a Leo, and her mom's a Leo and she's a Leo. But they would, like, her dad had anger issues, especially when he was intoxicated. Like, he was the worst. And that's where Demi gets it from, actually. Like, that's why she's so angry, and like, you know, because she saw like her dad being like that. And also, like, her dad is just like, you know, he was upset with her. He was like, you need to be better. You need to be better for your sisters, because he sees Demi as more of the example, even though Dallas is older than her. And her sister Maddie is younger, of course. Like, you know, Demi is the one that, she's the middle child, so, right? Yeah, she's a middle child. So, you know, for some reason, her dad looked to Demi as more of the example. You know, you need to set that example. So I am hearing that. And when she was on the path to passing, because she was about to pass, he actually like, in a sense, resuscitated her, because the hospital's thinking they resuscitated her, but it was actually her father, her seeing her dad come at her the way he did, because he was like shaking her, like he was like grabbing her and shaking her, I said in my old video. And I remember when I had pulled on that for the first time, I had felt very like, I had felt heat radiating my body, and my neck was like shaking. So he holds a lot of tension in his neck, her dad. He holds a lot of tension in his neck, and when he would get tense, like, you can see his veins like pop, you know, like, not literally, but they would pop out, you know. But he was like, he rushed towards her and he's like, what are you doing? Like, you need to set the example. And she's like shaking her, and she's like, oh my God, like. And when I said in my old video too, when Demi woke up, it was like a like, she went like that, and they're like, oh shit, like, you know, she didn't just like wake up like, hey guys, you know, like, she was like like, it was like a big like gasp, because he had like woken her the fuck up, like, get up, like, don't give up, because Demi was on that path to giving up. Like, she, like, in her mind, she's thinking, you know, okay, I'm just taking this drug, it's like how it always is. But she was actually like really depressed, really fucking depressed. And her trigger is her love life. She really hates that her love life is so complicated, and I understand this, I get it, Demi, I get it. But she hates that her love life is so complicated. She wishes that, you know, a part of her is in love with Wilmer too, I believe. So I'm gonna pull on them as well, because I didn't do that in my old video, so I want to do it in this one. So this video might get a little long, but, you know, she has a hard time in her love life, and that actually makes her very sad. And I'm also gonna pull on her Nick and Joe Jonas. So but yeah, but she has a really good support system around her right now, which is beautiful. I'm glad to see that. Demi needs that around her. But even though, guys, I was saying in my old video, even though Demi has a good support system around her in regards to her family, not friends, some friends are good for her, but Demi is very stubborn. Demi does not like being told what to do. She hates being told what to do. And her being a Leo, she will go and do whatever the fuck Demi wants to do. And her mom and people and some friends that really care about her will be like, you know, and her sisters will be like, Demi, this and that, don't do that, don't hang out with this person. And she's like, why not? Like, she's like, I'm gonna do what I want, you know? And the fact that she's made money, she makes money, she's the breadwinner of the family. Like I was kind of saying about Miley. But Dallas has a good career too. Dallas does some things that help bring in money for herself. And it's not like Demi is only supporting her family, but her family, um, you know, Demi has always supported her family. You know what I mean? So she had to grow up really fast. And she would throw that in her mother's face a lot. She would throw that in her mom's face. Her mom and her would go at it like that because, like, argue. Because Demi's mom is very overbearing with her. Like, because she's a Leo, so she really wants to protect. Like Demi's mom, guys, is really fucking protective over her. Like she's like a mama bear. Like she's like, well, a lion bear. Like what a lion bear? What am I saying? She's a lioness. Let me say that, lioness. So if Demi is not okay, you know, I believe her mom's name is Diana. Diana is just like, Demi, what's wrong? Like this, Demi this, Demi that. Like, and Demi like gets so annoyed of her mom because her mom tends to overcrowd her, and she hates that shit. Like she's like, don't crowd me, let me go do my thing. There are times where Demi's mom, Diana, doesn't want her to go tour because she's so unstable. Like she sees how unstable she is, and she actually feels very bad about the father, like of not leaving her, leaving Demi's dad when she sooner, because a lot of that affected Demi. And Diana feels bad too for a lot of things that, like Demi's eating disorders. She feels like it's her fault. She carries a lot of guilt because Demi at a young age saw her mom having an eating disorder and saying things, and Diana kind of would not, I don't want to say Diana's a bad person, but she's learning, you know, but she would say certain things like, oh, like about herself, or like maybe, or Demi, like, you shouldn't eat that, like don't eat that, like, you know, trying to be caring but too overbearing with it. Like, okay, like let her eat that cupcake, like hearing things like that. Like Demi would want to eat an extra cupcake or something like that, and Diana would be like, no, Demi, like go eat some like fruit, or like she would be like, be healthy, but she would overdo it. Like her mom tends to overdo things. So that's what I'm feeling. But Demi, it needs to get back on her spiritual path. She needs to be, Spirit is saying that Demi needs to tune more into her spiritual side and seek it within. Seek spiritually, not seek outside of spirit. And she loves from ego a lot of times, and she dates people that love from ego. And she dates men that, you know, I don't know if she's still with that one guy. I don't know if I want to pull on that, because I did in my other video pulled on that, but I don't want this video to get too long. But yeah, she's trying to put down men that are users, like that use her. But I feel like this is Wilmer coming out. I feel like he was the one guy that really saw her for who she is and didn't need her financial support, you know. Yeah, that's what this card is telling me. It doesn't mean that, but that's what it's telling me. But she does tend to attract guys that are kind of users. In that sense, she attracts a lot of people that are users, actually. So yeah, let's look into, that was her overdose. Let's see what her energy is like right now. What is Demi's? What is Demi's energy like right now? That's way too many. Let's start off with one. What's Demi's energy like right now? So, yeah, there's something going on with Demi where she feels like she needs to defend herself. She does. A lot of times, though, Demi feels alone. She feels very on her own about things. A lot of things I'm hearing, too, don't get done unless Demi puts her foot down and does it. Or she has to really, like, explain to people what she needs, because people will just start crowding her. A lot of people crowd Demi. And especially since, you know, she's having problems with sobriety, people crowd her a lot, and that pisses her off, because she's like, what, you guys don't trust me? She says that a lot. Like, you guys don't trust me? The fuck? Like, and they're like, yeah, no, because you almost overdosed. And like, oh my God, like, do we have to keep living this? Like, I know I fucked up. Like, I feel so bad, you know, but they just kind of, the people around her don't feel like Demi will ever learn her lesson. They're actually, even though she has a good support system, there are a lot of naysayers around her that just don't. And this doesn't have to be people close to her. It could be a lot of fans. It could be the social media. It could be a lot of things, you know, but there's a lot of doubt going on where Demi always has to defend herself. She always has to fucking defend herself. And she just feels alone. Like, she doesn't feel in that way. She doesn't feel like people really understand her struggles. And that's why she makes those documentaries. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, but she's taking this time to she's not taking any projects, she's not working on anything. She is, I'm feeling, writing her music. She's writing because that's what she needs to do. She does have that Mars in Gemini, and Geminis are really creative. So she's always trying to keep busy in that way. Queen of Cups in the reverse. I feel like this could be her mother. Yeah, I feel like this could be her mom, but I also feel like it could be Demi. But whoever, you know, whoever this is around her, they're not... I feel like it's Demi. I feel like Demi is trying to keep her emotions under wrap. And she's not dealing with a lot of her emotions, but that's what gets Demi in trouble a lot, is she doesn't deal with things that are bothering her. And I'm also hearing, as I'm hearing that this Queen of Cups energy is her, I'm hearing that she goes to a therapist, and this therapist... in this retreat facility that she goes to, it's a woman she's very comfortable with. This woman always tells her, like, Demi, like, you need to open up more, you need to get more in tune with your feelings, because she does have that Mars in Gemini. So that makes her very detached when she's angry. That makes her not deal with a lot, and she has that moon in Taurus, actually. So that makes her not deal, guys, with her emotions a lot of times. She actually hates dealing with her emotions. She'd rather just like laugh things off, or be like with that Gemini energy, or be like stubborn about certain things, or come off as like hard, like I don't feel like I'm a tough ass. Like, that's Demi's energy. She's like, I'm a tough ass. Like, I don't fucking like cry. Like, crying is for suckers. Like, I feel like she makes jokes like that. She's like she'll laugh and she'll be like, crying is for suckers. Crying is for little bitches. Like, she says shit like that. Like, crying is for suckers. Like, that's what I hear her saying. She has a really weird sense of humor. Like, really weird. It's not dry, but it's blunt. And it's like, she has like a really mean sense of humor. And it's like people don't know how to take her humor a lot until they really understand that she means well. She's just being funny. Demi says jokes that, like, people are just like, Demi, that was mean. And she's like, fucking lighten up. I'm kidding. Like, I'm kidding. Like, I can hear her saying it. It's so crazy. I wish I could imitate her voice, but yeah, that's her energy to me. That's what I'm feeling, guys. Like, she'll make jokes and people are just like, oh my god, Demi. And she's like, fucking lighten up. Like, it's a joke. Like, fuck. Like, damn. Like, well, people can't joke nowadays. You know, and she just keeps it going. Like, and she doesn't like saying she's wrong. She doesn't like saying, okay, that was hurtful. You know, she's very prideful like that. She's very prideful. Okay, let's see. But yeah, she's not taking a lot of projects right now. She's not taking anything. That's what I feel the most from her right now. She's just keeping to herself. I know she does karate and stuff. Ace of Cups. But there is some type of love coming in for her. So I don't know currently if she's seeing someone. You guys know about that? I know she was talking to someone that was a fashion designer. So I'm wondering if that's him coming through. So I am seeing some new love energy coming in for her. And also I feel like this is a new perspective of the way she loves herself. She's really refining herself. She's really learning how to love herself again, because, you know, she does, she understands that, yeah, she's staying home too right now. She's really staying to herself, keeping to herself. She is going out, but, you know, her mom is, like, on her, too. Her family, she's just, like, around her family a lot. But she does worry, though. She does, oh my god, my cards. She does worry that she'll get into this toxic type of energy again. She's out of this toxic type of behavior right now. But I am seeing that she has some anxiety, guys. Heavy anxiety of her demons. She's having to deal with a lot of her demons. And also Demi has dreams too. This isn't a dream card, but I feel like this keeps her up. She has a lot of insomnia and not insomnia, I'm sorry. She does stay up at, she does keep her, she is kept up at night, but it's because of her demons. She has nightmares, guys, like of her, like her dad and her of her overdosing. She has that crap on a loop, man. Like, ooh, she relives that a lot. So that's what I'm seeing for her with that. But as of now, Demi is staying out of trouble, which is good to see that. Thank God, because I was worried. Okay, so let's see. Let's pull on her and Wilmer. I was gonna pull on her and this new guy, if that is a new guy, but I feel like that new guy, when I used to pull on him, he was very bad for her. So she met him in rehab. I did pull that. Aw, the devil in the reverse. She feels like he's actually one of the few people that were very healthy for her. And she thinks about that a lot. But there were a lot of times, though, she didn't feel supported by him. She doesn't feel like their relationship was stable. Like they're always in and out, in and out, in and out type of energy. But she knows deep down, I mean, they really care about each other. She knows he really cares about her, and vice versa. Cards, man. Yeah, but as of now, they are done. They are not together. Page of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, guys, they're done. They're World card and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. They are not together. That came to an end. I actually feel like, too, Wilmer cares a lot about Demi, but it's just kind of like the energy. He is a Virgo, so he's just like, why can't, he's so critical of her. He's like, why can't you get clean? Like, the fuck? So let's see how Wilmer feels about Demi. How does Wilmer feel about Demi? How does Wilmer feel about Demi? How does Wilmer feel about Demi? Aww. Well, he definitely was happy when he was with her. He did see her as someone that made him feel fulfilled emotionally, that had like really good moments together. He's very happy when he's with her. He cares about her so much, and he actually is very faithful to her. He didn't, for the most part, like there wasn't a lot of problems with him being monogamous, but at the same time, he just didn't see it going somewhere. Like they didn't have a bad, there were moments where they were in and out and off and on, and I'm sure that there were moments where he thought about straying, maybe. But for the most part, like, he was monogamous to her. He really cares about her. He really loves her. But he didn't see her as someone that was stable. He knew that she had a lot of things that she needed to deal with. But he will always be there. He always said, I will always be there for you, though. Like, because I care about you. He really cares about her. But he just knew, like, deep down, he wouldn't be able to be with her. You know, so that's why they kept breaking up. And, you know, yeah. So, I'm probably going to get told this in the comments, but I will ask this after. But, yeah, how else does Wilmer feel about her? He just doesn't see it, like, working out as well. That's what I mainly feel from him. They actually, like, their communication, this is his card, too, because he is a Virgo, and this is communication, but they were very good at communicating. They always felt like there were new ways to communicate. They, Demi, actually, Wilmer, they both opened, what am I trying to say? I have it in my mind. They really helped each other grow in certain ways, but I'm hearing more so with the communication. Demi learned a lot of her good communication from him because he's a really good communicator. He's a very good communicator. He's really good at saying how he feels. He's really good at saying what he needs to say accurately and to the point, but to where he gets his point across. Wilmer has that energy about him where he's like, okay, I'm going to say what I need to say. But he can come off kind of naggy when he speaks. Nine of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, they don't, this is current energy. They haven't really been in contact since her overdose, but he does, like, very unstable, though. He felt like she's very unstable. He didn't see a lot with her. Yeah, they had a lot of problems. And he felt like she had a lot of things that she had to deal with, and Demi felt like she had a lot of things that she had to deal with. So did Wilmer ever cheat on Demi? Let's see that. Okay, let's see. Chariot in the reverse. I'm not saying he did. No. Chariot in the reverse. He's got a Chariot in the reverse if Wilmer ever cheated on Demi. He's actually very attached to her. He really cared about he really loved her. No. As I said, that death card in the reverse. Nope, guys. He did not cheat. He didn't stray a lot of times because they were really good friends. Let's see how Demi feels about Wilmer. How does Demi feel about Wilmer? How does Demi feel about Wilmer? She feels like he's not really, she doesn't ever see him willing to settle down. He does hop in and out of relationships, so I don't know what his Venus is in. I'm feeling like his Venus is in fire. But let's see. And then Wilmer. He's an Aquarius. I said he's a Virgo. I'm sorry. He gives me Virgo energy. I don't know why. He's actually an Aquarius. My bad. His Venus is in Pisces. Oh, so that's what it was. Okay, he has his Mars in Virgo. He gives me very heavy Virgo vibes. What is his degree? 13 degrees in Virgo. Okay, he's not a Virgo. Sorry, guys. He's an Aquarius. But his moon is in Cancer. His Mercury is in Aquarius. His Venus is in Pisces. His Mars is in Virgo. That's why I was getting that naggy, like, critical vibe from him, because he has his Mars in Virgo. Okay, so, yeah, no offense, Virgos, by the way. But yeah, she feels like he has his Venus in Pisces. That still makes sense. Venus and Pisces have a hard time settling down, but they can have a hard time settling down. But she doesn't see him as someone that's very, like, fatherly material. She did at one point, but she just doesn't see him that way anymore. How does Demi feel about Wilmer? How does Demi feel about Wilmer? Okay, Eight of Swords. Aw, she's still bounded to him. She has a lot of regrets with him, guys. She has a lot of regrets with him. She feels like, you know, if she would have just gotten herself together, that they could have been together. If she would have just made her addiction, like, stop being addicted or toxic. She feels like it's her fault that they didn't work out. A lot of times she does carry that guilt. Page of Pentacles. She keeps getting the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, she feels like she's too unstable to be with him. She just feels like, and he sees her very immature, as an immature soul, in a sense. Like, Demi does have a little bit of a old soul to her, but there's also, like, this very fiery, like, usefulness about her, where she just kind of acts irrationally, and she feels like that got in the way a lot. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. She doesn't feel like he'll commit to her. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. She feels like he sees her as very immature, especially in her communication. Like, they had to really work on their communication when they were together. They had to really work on that. Okay, so let's see about what's going on with her and Selena Gomez. What's going on with Demi and Selena Gomez? How does Selena Gomez feel about Demi? Or how does Demi feel about Selena? How does Demi feel about Selena? Okay, that one wanted to come out. She sees her as very deceitful. Emperor in the reverse. Untrustworthy. Interesting. They've had a lot of arguments. Demi's actually caught, vice versa too. She's caught. I don't like this energy I'm feeling with them. I don't like it. Okay, so Demi has actually caught Selena in a lot of lies. Like, Selena used to, like, when they were really close, Selena used to lie and say that, you know, she couldn't hang out with her, because a lot of this had to do with what Demi was into. Demi was into things that Selena wasn't into. Selena's had her moments where she's partying and stuff, but Demi, like I said, guys, she parties hard. Like, when she parties, oh, she goes hard, and it's dark. Like, it's scary. And Selena would get freaked out a lot when she went partying with her, like, once, like, when they were a little bit, like, I believe they were past Disney Channel at this point. But she went partying with her once, and she saw, like, how dark Demi gets, and she got freaked out. But she doesn't really see Selena as an asshole. She sees her, I think Selena has her moon in Aries. No, maybe not. I don't know. But she sees her as a good person. She doesn't see her as like an asshole or anything. She feels like she chooses horrible men. She feels like that, like horrible men. And she sees the progress that that Selena is trying to make, but gets stifled a lot due to these men. Selena dates a lot of asshole men, and Demi does not approve of these men. But they've had moments where they've talked. They've had moments where they've come together and they've accepted things, and they finally are seeing things for what they are. And there's a part of them that wants to, the bottom half is really good. There's a part of them that wants to take another risk on this friendship and have a union again. So there is still hope that they could come back and be close. I feel like they're on good terms, but I just feel like, there are things about Demi feels about Selena and Selena feels about Demi that they don't trust each other. That trust, whatever happened, has been damaged. And it's like, it's hard to repair that trust that they used to have for each other. So, yeah, that's what I feel from Demi's end. Now, let's see what Selena feels like. How does Selena feel about Demi now? Ooh, she got the same, oh my god, same cards. Same cards. That's crazy. Same cards, guys. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Selena's is not good. Okay. So Selena is just kind of like, even though they've had moments where on Selena's end, they've had moments where they've had a good union. They've had good moments of congregating, of talking and everything. Selena is just kind of, she's still attached to Demi in a sense because she cares about her. But there is a part of her that is scared to take a risk on this again. She is scared because of just the trust has been broken. But they have tried to congregate. They have tried to talk. They're not on bad terms. I don't feel like that. They're not on Hangman and the reverse. They're okay. But there's just that you broke my trust type of energy about them. But I care about you because they both have gone through some shit. And so that has actually made them come together. But yeah, Selena doesn't see Demi as an asshole either. Queen of Wands in the reverse. But she's not seeing her as that confident person that she's so used to seeing her in. But there is no trust. I'm telling you guys, like, Demi has said some things about Selena behind her back. She has been very hurtful in that way. She's been very distrustful and, talked a lot of shit, And, they're human. It happens. But, she's not seeing Demi as that very confident person that she's so used to seeing her as. Selena used to put Demi on a very high pedestal. And now she's just kind of like, because of these two energies too as well. And because of what Demi has gone through. But, Selena in no way is judging Demi because of it. But she used to. But she always knew about Demi's addictions. She always knew that, things weren't okay with them. Which is a lot of times why Selena kind of wanted to segregate herself from her. There were times I feel, though, that Selena tried to go down that path. Yeah, she knows a lot about what... Selena knows a lot of dark stuff about Demi. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull on how Demi feels about Disney Channel. How does Demi feel about Disney Channel? This was a very interesting reading. How does Demi feel about Disney Channel? Demi actually used to go, I think I read this somewhere too, but I am hearing that intuitively as well. Demi used to go behind and smoke pot. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Demi actually was very, she was at her most emotional peak when she was at Disney. There were a lot of times, like, she would tell them, guys, I'm not feeling very good today, like, I don't want to perform, and they would, like, I heard this too, like, they would, like, shove her on stage, not literally, but they would, like, force her to go on stage. But she knows a lot of, too, of a lot of dark things that Disney has done. Disney has done a lot of dark things to Demi, like, played her, cheated her a lot. I'm hearing that, shoved her out, on stage when they literally knew she was about to pass out because she wasn't eating. She is still grateful though, like I was saying about Miley, there is still that gratefulness, like that, you know, I am where I am because of that, because of those opportunities, but she will not do anything with Disney ever again. She won't do anything. And they actually didn't let her explore her sexuality. They shoved her sexuality aside. Um, they actually, Disney knew that Demi was into girls. They knew. The workers of Disney, they knew that she liked girls. Yeah, she couldn't really be herself or really, you know, manifest her fullest potential when she was with Disney. It's really hard for her. Nine of Wands. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was just saying that they stole from her a lot. They would lie to her. They were very deceitful with her. They stifled her movement a lot, guys. Eight of Swords. She has the worst. She got the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. She has the worst memories of Disney Channel. The only thing she really liked about Disney was her co-stars. But even that was kind of hard at times, but because she was so moody. She was very moody too. Disney made her very emotional. I keep saying this. And very moody. You know, and just like, and she had to subdue her anger a lot. She suppressed her anger a lot. Like, she couldn't really speak when she was upset. Like, it made her so mad. Disney made her so angry at times where she was working the show. She did Sunny with a Chance and Camp Rock. Oh my god, like, so emotional. Very emotional time for her. She would cry a lot too. I'm hearing cry a lot. But it reminds her a lot of her past. Like, she doesn't like talking about Disney Channel, actually. She hates talking about Disney Channel, guys. Whereas Miley is like a little bit okay. She just won't do anything with Disney. Demi, that's a trigger for her. That's a trigger. Especially, there was something that happened, I believe, where Demi like spoke out because Disney made a, you know, they made a comment about someone having an eating disorder, and she got so upset, which I totally understand. But they made it into a joke, and she hates Disney, guys. She does not like talking about Disney Channel. I keep saying this, but it's a trigger for her. She hates talking about it. And I was thinking of the Ace of Wands when I said this, like, but in the upright, she, oh my god, hates talking about Disney Channel. Okay, I don't know where it is in my deck, but I can't find it, but she hates talking about Disney Channel. She will go off. Like, don't bring up Disney Channel to her. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reading on Demi Lovato. This was pretty long, got really in depth. I didn't touch on her romance, of her current romance. I do feel like there is something new going on for her in her romantic life. I hope that, and I said this before in the past, I'm wondering if it's the same dude. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's a better guy that she's with now. Because that one I pulled on at that time, that fashion designer she was dating, oh my god, a hot mess. But they were just like sexual. It was nothing super, super like, committed, you know. So anyway, guys, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, like I said, my DM is on my Instagram is elegantflapper92. My Yahoo account that you can email me at is shadestarot@yahoo.com. I hope you guys enjoyed my reading on Demi Lovato. This was a very deep one. I love Demi. I wish her nothing but the best. I do feel like, though, I have to say this, I do feel like, guys, that she is going to relapse again. I hate to say that and be the bearer of bad news, but as of now, no, she's fine. I'm hoping that tarot can change, so I'm hoping that it doesn't happen. But I am feeling from her energy that she, not even pulling the cards, I do feel like that there is that potential, again, for her to relapse. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a good day or night whenever you are watching this. And, you know, comment below, tell me what you guys think of this video. And I'm going to try to raise the volume of this video because my other one, my Ariana one, was pretty low. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a good day or night. Like I said, love and light. Bye.